My beloved child, come close and listen to my voice, for I long to tell you something deep that your soul has been yearning to hear. What once seemed impossible, what your heart has given up on again and again, believing it could never be, will become possible through my power, not by your own strength, nor by the wisdom of this world, but through the wondrous union of your will and mine. My child, what I am about to reveal is not meant merely to inspire or stir fleeting emotion, but to invite you into a sacred reality where the impossible becomes possible, where new life begins to bloom in the very soil you thought was barren and dead. I know how many times you have waited in weary hope for a miracle, how many sighs you've released in the long nights that seemed endless. But I want you to understand this. The miracle is not at the end of the road, it begins the moment you choose to obey. Yes, obedience, whether quiet, small, or even seemingly reckless in the eyes of man, is the key that unlocks the gate of power in my kingdom. When you submit, you are not surrendering your freedom, you are placing it into my hands, the hands of the one who sees the end from the beginning. And from that moment, miracles begin to move like a chain reaction from heaven. Mountains will shift, seas will part, and the walls that have stood in your heart for years will begin to collapse, making room for my light to shine. Do not fear obedience. My child, do not let limited reasoning or the fear of failure convince you that you must control everything in order to feel safe. It is in that surrender, what the world calls weakness, that you are actually standing in the safest place within my kingdom. Because when you hand me the wheel of your life, you are not walking into darkness, but following the light. I never lead you into meaningless places. Every step you take in faith is remembered, preserved, and multiplied within the great plan I have carried for you before you even knew my name. Trust me, my child. Believe that your life is not a random sequence of failures and unfinished dreams. Every detail, every wound, every moment of loneliness is part of a vast tapestry I am patiently weaving, and I never leave my work unfinished. I am the finisher. I am the one who turns ashes into glory, mourning into song, wounds into testimony. When you obey and walk in my ways, you become a living part of this divine design. You merge into my higher ways beyond human reasoning, beyond the limits you have set for yourself. You may not see the outcome immediately. You may have to walk by faith while the path ahead remains clouded in fog. But I promise you this, as you walk, each step will be lit. As you act in faith, every door will open, and every blessing will flow in ways that surpass your understanding. I am not calling you to perfection. I only ask for a heart willing to trust and follow. That very trust will become the firm foundation beneath your every step. And one day, you will look back and realize that what once terrified you, what once seemed utterly impossible, has become a blazing testimony to my faithfulness. You will no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstance, but as one who was chosen, guided, and blessed. And you will know deeply, undeniably, that you did not accomplish it alone, but that I did it through you, because you obeyed. My child, I will never ask anything of you to harm you. I only desire to lead you into the fullness of what is good and holy, what I have prepared just for you. But it requires one thing, a response, not with logic, but with faith, not with empty promises, but with action. And when you act, heaven responds. When you step out, I will stride beside you. When you choose to believe, even when nothing seems clear, you will begin to see the unseen. For faith is not a feeling, it is a choice. And when you choose to trust in me, you are choosing a future led by power, love, and my everlasting faithfulness. So then, my child, be strong in heart. Rise up from where you are. Wipe away your tears and lift your eyes to me, for this moment is not an end. It is the beginning of a new journey, a journey where the impossible will become possible, because I am the Almighty One, and you are the one I have chosen to reveal my wonders through. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are loved, called, and being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. Obey and believe. The miracles have already begun to move. Beloved child of mine, in this ever-changing world where hearts are often shaken by the noise of fear, doubt, fleeting reason, and incomplete illusions, I invite you to pause and fix your eyes on me. Do not let your soul be swept away by the tide of the temporary. Do not allow your heart to be swayed by the promises of the world, promises that speak much, but have no power to give life. I am the unchanging one, the light that never fades, the firm foundation upon which you can build your entire life. Stand firm, my child, not moved by circumstances, not drawn away from faith by the whispers of darkness. For faith in me is not blind. It is a conscious and reverent response to the one who loved you before you were even formed. Come near to me, child, with holy reverence, a reverence that does not push you away, but draws you closer into the knowledge of my love and power. When you approach me with a humble heart, you will never walk away empty-handed. I do not hide myself to confuse you, but I invite you into a deep communion where you will receive wisdom, peace, and light for your journey. Your soul will no longer wander among uncertain choices, but will be guided by my spirit, gentle, yet mighty, hidden, yet never distant. Before making any decision in life, remember me. Seek my will, for my will is always good, pleasing, and perfect. What I teach you through my word is not a burden, but a divine path leading you to true freedom, not a freedom to do as you please, but a freedom to become who you were created to be. My commandments are life, a lamp unto your feet, a sacred compass across the turbulent ocean of life. When you allow my word to illuminate your mind and guide each step, you will not only avoid the snares of the enemy, but also draw nearer to the destiny I ordained for you from before the beginning of time. Do not think that my voice is distant or reserved only for the holy. No. My voice is near, so near that a whisper of your heart, a moment of stillness, a sincere cry is enough for you to sense my response. I never turn away from the voice of a child who seeks me with a true heart. My presence is not something for convenient days. It is a living reality for every moment of your life. Whether you stand at the summit of success or stumble through a dark valley, I am there with you, beside you, and for you, my beloved child. Seek out the community of those who also walk in faith. Alone, you may feel weak and easily shaken, but when you unite your heart with others who hunger for me, when you step into unity in the Spirit, you will be uplifted, strengthened, and empowered. You were never created to fight alone. In unity, we are stronger. When we worship, pray, and seek truth together, we become deeply rooted in my word, and our hearts are anchored in a divine love that never changes. Know this deeply. The world may preach many philosophies, offer temporary escapes, and promise quick fixes, but only in me will you find an unshakable foundation, Only in me will you discover the true meaning of life, not just to survive, but to live fully, with purpose, and with eternal fruit. When you make me the center of every decision, the one you always return to, the voice you always listen to, first, then no storm can pull you away from the sacred destiny I have prepared for you. And finally, my child, believe this: your faith is never in vain. Every tear you shed out of devotion, every time you surrender your will to follow mine, every step you take under the guidance of my Spirit, all of it is written into my heart. Nothing you do out of love for me is ever wasted. Every act of obedience, every silent prayer, every choice to stand firm in trial is a seed sown into eternity. And I, your just and faithful Father, will bring forth its harvest at the appointed time, so that you may behold the fruit of a life founded upon the living Word. So, my beloved child, do not step back. Walk forward with courage. Take my hand and walk with me to the very end of your sacred purpose. For in me, you will never be lost. In me, you are always protected. And in me, your destiny will be fulfilled in everlasting glory. Beloved child of mine, among the countless voices of this world, when so many paths glitter with promises, yet conceal falsehood and fleeting gain, I call you to still your soul and lift your gaze to me. Do not let the dazzling lights of this world lead you astray from the true path I have already marked for you. I am here right before you with arms outstretched, to guide you into a land of promise, a place of unending nourishment and overflowing grace, like an eternal spring. Every step you take, if guided by unshakable faith in me, will never be in vain. For I am the one who opens the way, the holy architect of your life, the one who designed your journey with purpose, with depth, and with love. You are not a forgotten soul among the crowds lost in the tides of time. You are loved, chosen, and called by name your name, spoken tenderly by me among millions. And because you belong to me, you are never truly alone, even when you feel lonely. I know every beat of your heart, every passing thought, every hidden sorrow that no one else sees. In the moments when you feel weak and have nothing left to hold on to, remember that I am still there, holding you tightly with an unconditional love, more enduring than mountains, more vast than oceans, and deeper than any pain you have ever known. Child, with all that I have placed in your hands, wisdom, time, talents, emotions, and even material blessings, use them with gratitude and care. Do not take any gift lightly, for nothing in your life is by chance. Every blessing is part of a greater plan that I have woven with eternal love and wisdom. Learn to live a life of intention, to know what is truly valuable, and to discern the traps disguised as hollow beauty. The lures of the world may come cloaked in wealth, status, or the promise of easy shortcuts. But remember this: what comes easily without testing will never have roots deep enough to last. I see clearly the snares laid before your path, the chains of debt, the people who manipulate your trust and wounds to control you, the sweet-tasting lies that steal the innocent heart away from the path of righteousness. The world never stops offering shortcuts, but they always lead to deep chasms. So, my child, stay far from them. You were not made to live a mediocre life or to be subdued by deception. You were lifted high, destined to live in wisdom and truth, to stand firm in every storm, and not fall before shiny but empty temptations. When someone comes to you saying that success requires no effort, that victory comes without a price, That money is the answer to all turn away, in the wisdom I have given you. Remember, nothing precious is ever refined without fire. Work with dedication. Live with integrity. Hold fast to the truth that I am your only source of life. I will care for you not in the easiest way, but in the deepest, most lasting, and most perfect way at the right time, in the way your soul truly needs. My beloved child, let your soul remain pure, like fertile ground, awaiting the good seed from heaven. Preserve your integrity in every thought and deed, for that is where my presence dwells in fullness. Choose honesty, even when truth costs you. Choose kindness, even when you have the right to retaliate. Choose silence, yet remain firm, when all around you shout to provoke. For in those moments when you live in alignment with the divine nature I created in you, you are walking the very path of your sacred destiny. And when you feel weary, when the trials of life seem to drown the last embers of faith in your heart, I long for you to remember this. It is in those very moments that my power is revealed most strongly. Your strength does not lie in always standing tall, but in knowing to lift your eyes and say, Father, I need you. And when you utter those words, heaven answers, I will draw near. Embrace you. Wipe away your tears. And speak again the truth your heart most needs to hear. You are mine. You are not alone. I will not let you fall. Gun, beloved child, hold fast to your faith. Walk each day with vigilance. Know that you were not created to seek an easy life, but to fulfill a noble journey, a path that I, myself, have designed for you. And on this path, every step you take is never in vain. Every drop of sweat you shed is never wasted. And every prayer you offer is never lost in the void. For I, the one who loves you to the very end, I am walking with you, upholding you, and guiding you toward a place where blessings never run dry, grace is never lacking, and love never ends. My dearest child, in this very moment, I invite you to open your heart and listen to my voice with the deepest attentiveness of your soul, for what I am about to do in your life will far exceed anything you have ever dared to ask or imagine. The blessings I am preparing to pour upon you are not merely sufficient for your essential needs, they are abundant, that you may become a vessel of blessing to many others. I do not only desire that you live in sufficiency, but that you live in abundance, a life wide open, a heart overflowing, and hands that give without growing weary. Every gift, every opportunity, every strength you receive from me carries within it a sacred purpose, that you become a river of grace pouring forth, not just a vessel that holds for itself. My child, let the divine inspiration you receive from me become a spreading flame. Do not keep for yourself what I have planted in your heart. The world out there is hungry for my presence. Many souls are wandering in darkness. Many hearts are breaking from the absence of a lasting love. And you, yes, you, are the one I have chosen to be a light in that darkness, to carry the living message of faith, of hope, and of enduring love. Every word you speak in truth, every act you perform in love, every silent sacrifice you make in faith, all are seeds that I will use to bring forth life in barren souls. But in order for you to fully enter this stream of blessing, you must listen to my voice and respond without hesitation. This is your moment, not tomorrow, not when everything becomes perfect, but right now, in the midst of uncertainty, in the limitations of knowledge and ability, I am calling you to rise, not because you are ready by human standards, but because I have prepared a sacred place for you, Walk by faith, not by sight, for greatness does not begin with perfection, but with faithfulness in the smallest of steps. Do not let fear hold you back in a place where you do not belong. Do not let comparison make you question your worth. Every journey is a unique path, designed by me for a specific and profound purpose. What I have placed in you is unlike anyone else, and what I have prepared for you cannot be measured by worldly standards. At times, you may only see the tiny seed in your hand, but I see the bountiful harvest ahead. At times, you may only feel the lonely and weary efforts of the present, but I see the reward that is coming in, my perfect time, which is always right, always flawless. Beloved child, do not despise small beginnings. Be steadfast, be faithful, and remain devoted in even the simplest of acts. It is in those seemingly small things that faith is forged, and in quiet loyalty that grace grows. I never overlook any act of obedience, no matter how small. Every time you choose love over judgment, forgiveness over bitterness, honesty over deceit, you are laying a firm foundation for the great harvest I have promised. Let not your eyes be swayed by the fleeting outcomes others boast of. What I am doing in you is deeper, firmer, and more enduring. What I have spoken over your life will surely come to pass, not because of your strength, but because I am faithful, the keeper of promises from generation to generation. Your journey is not a race to compare or compete, but a holy road built on trust, devotion, and wholehearted love for me. I see the weariness in you when you try and see no result. I understand the confusion in your heart when what you hear from me seems to contradict your present reality. But my child, be strong. Silence does not mean I am absent. Waiting does not mean I have forgotten you. Sometimes, it is in the longest silences that I do the deepest work within you. Let me continue the work I have begun in you, and in due season, you will see that what I have promised will not only be fulfilled, but will exceed every expectation you ever had. You were born not only to receive, but to give. Your life is part of a grand design in which I use each person as a link connecting grace between heaven and earth. When you live a life of generosity, of love, of kindness, of time, of encouragement, you are living according to the very nature I placed within you, the image of a God who is loving, generous, and whole. And when you live in that truth, all of heaven will partner with you to fill your life, so that you will never be in lack, but always abound in every good work. Therefore, my beloved child, step into the life that has been destined for you with boldness of heart. Believe that the blessings I give are not just enough for you, but more than enough for you to become a source of blessing to others. Do not let today's smallness make you doubt the greatness I have planted in your heart. Be faithful, be obedient, and live with a heart that knows what I have spoken will never return void. It will accomplish all I desire, and its fruit will surpass every dream you have ever held. For you are chosen, and I am the one who fulfills every promise. My beloved child, in my holy name, you shall rise from the midst of adversities that once seemed insurmountable. No darkness is deep enough to cover the light I am kindling within your soul. No sorrow is heavy enough to crush your heart when I myself am dwelling in you with living, mighty, and liberating power. The sicknesses, the griefs, the disappointments that once brought you low will become as grains of sand before the ocean of grace I am now pouring into your life. I bring not only resurrection to your body, but renewal to your mind, rebirth to your soul. and a fresh fire into your dry and weary heart. I know there are days when you feel trapped in ruins, surrounded by silent pain no one can see, wearied by a fatigue that seems endless. But child, in those very moments of darkness, I am drawing nearer to you than ever before. I not only witness your tears, I am gently wiping them away with love that is tender and mighty. The joy I give is not fragile or dependent on emotion, but a never-ending stream that flows from my very heart, a river that refreshes the parched soul, revives dead dreams, and heals wounds that once seemed incurable. Do not look back at what once broke you, for I do not call you to dwell forever in the ruins of old pain. You do not belong to the darkness. You were not made to endlessly wrestle with shame, regret, or fear. You were created by love, for love, and to live in the glorious presence of your Father. I am calling you out of the places that drained your spirit, and into the promised land of peace, where you no longer chase after empty dreams the world offers, fleeting promises that only deepen the hunger inside. Oh, my child, do you not know that which once seemed out of reach, those things you thought could only exist in dreams, I will turn into living proof of my power. I am the one who makes the impossible possible, who takes what is ordinary and makes it wondrous, who transforms pain into the substance of miracles. Do not confine me within the walls of your finite understanding. Let your faith swing wide the doors for my power to flood in. For when you surrender completely, when you place your whole heart in me, there is nothing too small for my care, and nothing too great that I cannot do. My beloved child, listen carefully to the words your Father is speaking. These are not mere sounds to be brushed aside as fleeting comfort. These are words of life, living and breathing truth, torches for your steps, the unshakable foundation for your future. Do not turn your face away. Do not return to the habits that once drained life from your soul. Do not chase after fleeting satisfaction that the world calls success, while your soul thirsts for something deeper, something enduring. That something is me. You cannot build your life upon sand and expect it to stand in the storm. Anchor your heart in me. Let me be the foundation that never crumbles, the rock that holds every dream, every effort, and every noble desire you cherish. When the world shifts and everything around you becomes uncertain, it is in me that you will find unchanging stability, a peace that no one can take from you. My child, stand firm, though the winds howl, though the storm rages, though the voices of doubt echo in your mind. Remember this: I am holding you. I am shielding you with a power so great that nothing can move it. When you feel alone, remember that my love is your refuge, a fortress that no enemy can ever penetrate. I do not promise a life free from hardship, but I promise you will never face it alone. Place your trust wholly in me with no hesitation, no doubt. Believe that I am the one who knows all things, even the ones still hidden from your sight. I am working behind the scenes of your life. I am paving the way, arranging and opening doors you've never dared to knock on. The hope I give is not wishful thinking. It is as sure as the rising sun. The peace I place within your heart surpasses all understanding. It will guard your mind, steady you through every storm, and lead you forward into the light. Remember this, my beloved child, you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a warrior in the kingdom of light. You are anointed to overcome, not to surrender. Within you runs a sacred bloodline, the blood of faith, resurrection, and eternal victory. And I, the Creator, your Heavenly Father, am by your side, both in your strength and in your weakness, by day and by night. Go on, my child. Walk steadily in the unchanging love of your Father. Let your heart overflow with joy from heaven, and let your soul radiate with the light of hope. For in my name, you do not merely survive, you thrive. You triumph. You shine to reveal my glory to this world. You are never alone. I am here, and I will always be here, for you are my child, forever embraced in my unfailing love. My beloved child, hear me, and let my living words be etched into your heart today. When waves of doubt begin to rise, when your mind is flooded with the whispers of fear, know this: you are not abandoned in this battle. You do not fight alone. It is I, the faithful and all-powerful, one who stand with you. Doubts, no matter how loud or subtle, cannot withstand the eternal truth of my word. All you need to do is be still. Open your heart, and let the light of my word scatter the darkness trying to cloak your soul. When fear seeks to invade and consume your thoughts, fight back with the steadfast faith I planted in your heart from the very beginning. Speak words of faith, even when your voice trembles. Declare my promises, even when your circumstances seem to contradict them. Do not let fleeting emotions blur the everlasting truth. My love has no limits, no conditions, and it does not change because of your failures or shortcomings. This love crosses the boundaries of time, space, and even your own doubts. Stand firm, my child. Do not waver. Walk with an unshakable conviction, for my presence is always with you, whether you feel it or not, whether you see clearly or through mist. I am walking beside you, holding your every step. There is not a single moment when I turn away. There is no situation that drives me from you. Every step you take, every silent sigh, every unspoken ache, I know it. I feel it, and I carry it in my heart. Believe, my child, that the best is yet to come. My plan for you is never small or vague. It is a grand design, woven with my eternal wisdom and goodness, a destiny full of hope, life, and victory stretches wide before you, waiting only for your faithful courage to enter in. Do not fear failure, for I will turn every fall into a stepping stone for growth. Do not be afraid to begin again, for I am the one who can recreate beauty from the ashes of your past. Now, my child, open your heart and receive the divine presence that surrounds you. Every part of who you are, your body, your soul, your wounds, your dreams, is being covered by the sweetness of my presence. I come not as a distant stranger, but as your Father who longs to reach the depths of your unspoken pain. My healing waters are quietly flowing into the driest corners of your being, restoring what you thought was lost, lifting burdens you've carried for so long you forgot you were meant to live light and free. You do not need to be strong on your own. You do not need to strain to fight the battles within you. Let me fight for you. Let me lift you when you are weary. Let me speak comfort to your heart in ways no human ever could. It is time to surrender your fears, your silent heaviness, your unanswered questions to me. Place them all in my hands, the only hands mighty enough, loving enough, merciful enough to turn what's heavy into light, what's barren into beauty. This is your moment, my child, the moment to let go, to yield, and to step into the new, the moment to choose trust, even when you don't see the outcome, the moment to receive the glorious reality I have prepared for your life, a reality not limited by circumstances, not distorted by failure, not ruined by the past. This is your reality as the one called by my name, anointed by my grace, upheld by my hand, and wrapped in my presence. The burdens you once carried in silence are now being lifted, gently yet surely. The wounds you thought had scarred your soul forever are dissolving in the light of my love. The battles that once raged endlessly within are nearing their end, not because of your strength, but because you are surrendering to the arms of the one who never loses. My child, never forget, no force in all creation can separate you from my love. No circumstance can hide you from my sight. Whether you descend to the depths or soar to the heights, I am there. Whether you walk through fire or water, I will not leave you. My love is unchanged by time, unfaded by failure, undiminished by the passing years. It is the love that loved you before you knew how to love yourself, and it will love you still forever. Sorrise, my beloved, lift your head not in pride, but in gratitude. Walk forward, not in fear, but in confidence. Live this moment fully as one who knows they are loved, chosen, protected, and destined to overcome. My beloved child, in the midst of life's noise, amid the days when your mind is torn by worries, fear, and a loneliness too deep to name, I come not with thunderous shouts or blinding light, but with words as gentle as a breeze through your weary soul. I speak these words not just to be heard, but to bring healing to your heart. These words are living water, refreshing the inner field of your soul that has long been parched by striving. I know you've had to carry yourself through this world, full of unanswered questions, countless nights of silent tears no one ever saw, but I saw them. I was there when you thought you were most alone. Right now, I am not standing at a distance watching you struggle. I am right beside you, closer than your own breath. I am pouring strength from heaven deep into your heart, awakening the divine seed I planted in you before you were formed. I am reviving the part of your soul that had quietly shriveled from fear, from hurt, from feeling forsaken. I am stretching my mighty arms over you, not to shield you from light, but to guard you from the storm. I am placing in your hands the strength to stand, the courage to endure, and a joy that runs deep, not a fleeting joy, but the joy of knowing you are loved, chosen, and held. My beloved child, you are not forgotten. In the eternal memory of your Father, you are a precious part, never overlooked, never cast aside. Not a single sigh escapes your lips without reaching my ears. Not a single tear falls from your eyes without stirring my heart. Even the words you have yet to speak, I already understand. The dreams you once carried but thought had died, I am calling them back to life. You will not be consumed by the despair that the world proclaims. For I, your living and faithful Father, have chosen you. And I do not choose in error. I know the whispers that have reached your ears, the ones that told you you're not enough, that you will never achieve anything, that you've strayed too far to return. But hear me clearly. My child, those voices are not mine. They are echoes of lies. They do not speak the truth of who you are, nor do they determine your future. You are not a failure, not a mistake, not a victim of your past. You are my child, and I do not define you by what you've done wrong, but by the boundless love I have for you. That love is not some distant, sacred concept that you must struggle to understand. It is a living truth that moves through your life with every breath, every heartbeat, It is powerful enough to shatter every chain that has ever bound you. It can pierce through every darkness, every veil of deception, every mask the world has forced you to wear. My truth is the torch that guides your steps when all other lights have gone out. And that truth proclaims that you are valuable, not because you are perfect, but because you belong to me. You were formed by hands of wisdom and love, anointed with grace, and called not to live in fear, but in the freedom and glory of one who belongs to the King. So lift your head, my child. Do not let the past with all its tears and regrets cloud the vision I have placed in your heart for the future. Fix your eyes on me, the one who saw you long before the world even knew your name. Take each step, even the small ones, with the conviction that I go before you, preparing the way, opening doors, providing everything you need to complete the journey. You no longer walk in darkness, for my light illuminates every step you take. You no longer need to search for meaning in the fleeting things of this world, for I am your meaning, the beginning and the end of your life. The new year approaching is more than just a passage of time. It is a sign of a new chapter that I am unfolding for you. A chapter filled with blessings, a blank page for you to continue the story of healing, restoration, and victory. You will no longer be the one who runs in fear, but the one who conquers with courage. No longer the one who shrinks back in silence, but the one who stands bold in my name. No longer the one crushed beneath harsh words, but the song that rises and resounds through the earth, declaring, I am loved, I am chosen, I am never alone. Therefore, my child, open your heart wide to receive this new season I am giving you. Let the past fall behind you. Let the burdens slip from your shoulders. Let faith rise like the sun after a long night. No matter how the world changes, my love remains unchanged. No matter how unsteady human hearts may be, mine is ever faithful. You belong to me, and that is a truth that cannot be shaken. Walk forward, my beloved, steadfast, strong, and full of hope, for the best is still to come. And I will be there, always, with you, in every breath, every step, every beat of the loving heart I have given you. My dearest child, in the midst of a world that constantly shifts, in the noise and chaos that surrounds your daily life, I invite you to pause, quiet your soul for a moment, and listen to the gentle whisper of your Father. Let your heart open like a fragile flower stretching toward the morning sun, so I may pour into it my comfort, my light, and my deep peace. You are not alone, not now, not ever. Even if you have walked through weary paths, even if there were moments when you felt abandoned in a desert of the soul, I have never left you. I have been there all along, silent but steadfast, embracing you with my unconditional love, calming you with the steady presence that never fades. I see you, even when you hide your tears. I know when you smile just to cover the cracks within. I understand every storm within your mind, every silent prayer that never found words. Every night you lay restless in the dark, searching for one glimmer of hope to carry on. And it is precisely in those moments of exhaustion and emptiness that I am right beside you, not as a distant deity, but as a tender father reaching down to hold your hand, comforting you with a love that cannot be extinguished. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. My love has no end, and my presence does not depend on your changing feelings. Be a vessel of hope, my child. Take the message I have planted deep within your heart and share it with others whose souls are thirsting for comfort. Think of those who sit in silence, surrounded by sighs no one hears. those who fight quiet battles alone, not knowing who to turn to. You have been there, you know that emptiness intimately. But now, awakened by the light I have given you, let your life become a small lamp, perhaps flickering, but enough to cast away the darkness surrounding someone else. Offer a word of hope. Even just a single line can become the fire that warms a frozen heart. You are the torch I have lit. The light I have given you is not just to guide your own path, but to lead others, to walk beside those who are lost. Do not keep that light to yourself. This world is filled with souls walking in shadows, deceived by empty promises and illusions of happiness and success. Too many have traded truth for fading glory, sacrificed inner peace for fleeting gain. But you, my child of light, you do not belong to that darkness. You are called to live a different life, a life of clarity, of righteousness, of love that comes from me. You will no longer be bound by confusion, by harsh words, or by the push and pull of public opinion. For I, myself, am the one who leads you. I do not let you walk blindly, but I give you eyes that see with heavenly wisdom. You will discern truth from lies. You will recognize traps hidden behind sweet words. You will no longer be swept away by the chaos of the world, but will stand firm like a tree planted by the stream of living water, roots grounded deep in the unshakable soil of my word. Listen to my voice, my child. It is not loud like the world, nor urgent like the demands of life, but gentle, tender, and profoundly deep. It is a soft whisper that passes through every layer of pain and every wall of doubt, reaching the innermost part of your soul, the place that still longs to be loved, to be seen, to be healed. That voice does not blame, does not demand, but simply invites you to return. Return to the truth that you are my child. Return to the arms that have always been open since the beginning. Return to the very source of unending hope. And as you journey back, help others find their way home too. A message, a question of care, a hug, a sincere glance, each can become a bridge for my love to reach hearts that have long forgotten warmth. You don't have to do great things. You only need to be willing. I will do the rest. So, my child, while your heart is being restored, remember that I do not heal you just so you feel better. I heal you so you may become a vessel of healing. I lift you up, not only so you can stand, but so you can become a shelter for those who are falling. I came to you in the darkness, so now you may bring light to others. I embraced you, so that through your arms, other souls might also be embraced by me. You are chosen, you are loved, and you are sent. Live like it. Walk with a heart that is soft but unshakable. Believe that every word you speak, every act you do, if rooted in love, has the power to transform someone's life. I go before you, walk beside you, and sustain you from behind. Be a vessel of hope, for this world is thirsting for what only you, with the love I've placed in your heart, can bring. And I will always be here, with you, in every heartbeat, in every breath, until the very end. My beloved child, through the long and winding journey of life, amidst so many changes, fractures, and ups and downs, you have not let go of my hand. While many have given up, turned away, or forgotten the sacred call, you have chosen faithfulness. You have chosen to remain with me, quietly nurturing your faith like a small flame burning steadily in the night. You did not give up when everything became unclear. When promises seemed distant, you chose to stay by my side when nothing else remained but a simple love, and that choice fills my heart with joy. I see you not only through the prayers you lift up, but through your faithful presence each day. Your love for me is not showy, not seeking recognition, but quiet, deep, and steadfast. It is a rare kind of love in a world that so easily changes its heart, and I treasure it as a sacred gem that cannot be tarnished. Your unwavering faith not only moves my heart, but also stirs the heavenly realm where the impossible begins to unfold, where miracles are being prepared to pour into your life. Do you know, my child, that because of your unconditional devotion, I have bound myself to you in an unbreakable bond? Every day you live in surrender, in reverence, and in longing to draw near to me is a day you move closer to the noble purpose I prepared for you before the foundation of the world. I do not seek elaborate rituals or extravagant offerings. I seek hearts that know how to truly love, that remain faithful in the hidden places, that listen and walk according to my voice, even when nothing is clear. And you are one of those hearts. Your faith, though trembling at times, though at moments merely a flicker in the stormy sky, is still sincere. And I have used it to open doors you never thought would open. Every time you hold fast to my promise, every time you keep walking despite weary feet, you are laying the foundation for a miracle drawing near. These miracles do not always come with thunder or blinding light, but often through a quiet shift in the heart, a spark of hope in despair, a gentle affirmation that I am working behind the scenes for your eternal good. My child, even now I am lifting your stance. I will not let your head hang low in weakness, but I am pouring into you the strength to walk with your head held high. With confidence that flows from heaven, I am placing you on a new path, a path of authority and victory, not the victory the world celebrates, but the quiet triumph of one who refuses to be swept away by lies, who does not sink beneath doubt, who keeps a pure heart amidst deception. In this very moment, I am granting you a new resolve, a strength that cannot be shaken, so you not only endure hardship, but walk firmly, even through calm fields, without forgetting where your strength comes from. You will soar at the time I have appointed. When the season comes, when the moment ripens, you will no longer trudge in heaviness, but rise like an eagle in the vast sky. You will no longer shrink from challenges, for I will be right beside you, and my power will flow through you. But you also won't need to rush, because I am sowing in you a peace, a serenity, not born of circumstances, but of my very presence. That peace will keep you from being swept away by the hurried pace of life. It will help you walk in rhythm with me, not too soon, not too late, but right on time and in the right way. I am breathing new life into your soul. The parts of you that once withered, that once lost hope, are now being awakened by me. You will feel a new vitality rise not from your own strength, but from my never-ending fountain. That very life will fuel you to keep walking the long path, not stopping from weariness, not shrinking from difficulty. And as you continue living in surrender, as you keep choosing to love me above all else, everything you need will be added to you in due time, in perfect measure, and in wondrous abundance. You are the joy of my heart. You are the faithful companion I always trust. When the world becomes blurred, when many give up or fall, you still choose my presence as your refuge. And because of that, you are lifted into a different kind of life, the life of one who is set apart, called anointed, and used for things no one can imagine. The journey ahead may not be easy, but I promise you this, you will never walk it alone. My presence will always be with you by day as a pillar of cloud, by night as a pillar of fire, and forever as a love that will never leave. Therefore, go forth, my beloved child. Walk on with faithfulness, with devotion, and with eyes fixed upon me, for greater things lie ahead. And I, your Creator, the one who knows every beat of your heart, will be the one who leads you, upholds you, and fulfills all that I have promised. Keep trusting, keep loving, and keep living fully with me, for I have chosen you, and I will never cease to act on your behalf. My beloved child, from the beginning I saw in you a steadfast seed, a living sprout, unshaken, in a world that trembles. Though you have endured stormy seasons, though your soul has at times been buried beneath the darkness of doubt, it is your resilient faith that has risen like iron, forged in blazing fire. Through every trial, every fall, every moment that nearly drained you of strength, not only were you not defeated, but you were refined, made stronger and purer than ever before. You are no longer who you once were. I have seen you overcome your own limitations, rise above pain and weakness, and take hold of the life I have destined for you in glory. I have not only witnessed this journey, I am the one who carried you through every step. It was I who equipped you with armor impenetrable, woven from truth, from light, and from an unquenchable hope. I placed you on a path that not all can walk, a path only set-apart souls can understand and have the courage to follow. You are not a river that flows along familiar routes. You are a new stream, a pure flow from the heights of heaven, bearing the grace and light I long to pour upon this earth. You are my consecrated vessel, the cup I have purified to contain my very essence, to carry my love and truth to the dry and weary places. I have placed within you a wisdom not born of books or earthly experience. It is a sacred and profound light, allowing you to perceive what lies hidden, to discern truth from falsehood, light from shadow, and to keep your heart unwavering amid the countless voices that would lead you astray. In your soul, I've planted an unshakable courage, not the boldness of one seeking dominance, but the quiet strength of one who knows they belong to the light, who walks alone, yet never truly alone. I have filled your spirit with boundless strength, not so you may boast, but so you may stand firm when the world tries to break your resolve, so you may move forward with conviction, even when all around you grows dim. Remember, my child, it is I who prepared the way for you. You are not here by accident. It is not by chance that you survived those painful years. It has always been my hand guiding you in secret, shaping you, shielding you from unseen claws of darkness. There will be those who do not understand you. Souls who have never touched the light will try to make you doubt yourself. Some will try to crush your spirit with cruel words, with scornful glances, with cold silence. But do not waver, for in the end, they will fail. No one can touch what I have consecrated. No one can harm what I have placed in the power of my hand. And the day will come when those who judged you will be astonished. They will see the transformation in you and will not be able to deny that something far greater than themselves is at work in your life. They will realize that you are not like anyone else, that you do not live by the patterns of this world, nor react as others do, because my very being is alive within you. Those who thought they could extinguish the light in you will be met by the army of heaven that surrounds you, and in the face of such majesty, they will tremble, for light never loses to darkness, I surround you like a fortress that cannot be breached. No scheme of words can touch you. No power, no matter how great, can overturn what I have ordained. The darkness may roar, storms may rise, but you will remain standing, for you have been built upon the solid rock, which is me. I am your stronghold, your unshakable refuge, your everlasting source of overflowing strength. O my beloved child, let my words today be the sail that takes you farther, stronger, and more steadfast. Let them calm every disturbance within your soul. When the world is in chaos, when hearts grow cold, you need only return to my voice, and there you will find a peace no one can steal. For the power that created the universe dwells within you. My life pulses in every heartbeat of yours. My light guides every step you take. Wherever you go, I am there. I do not only go before you to prepare the way, but I walk beside you to uphold you, and I follow behind to protect you. Not for a single moment must you carry the weight alone. When you are weak, I will be your strength. When you collapse, I will be the arm that lifts you. When you are surrounded by doubt, I will be the gentle voice in the storm, reminding you that you belong to the light, that you are chosen, anointed, and sent forth, and that no one, no power can stop what I have ordained in you. Sorrise, my child, and do not hesitate. Walk forward with unwavering faith, with the courage of one who knows they belong to an eternal kingdom. Though the world may tremble, my love for you is unchanging, and that love, that very love, shall be the foundation for all the great things I will do through your life. You have been chosen by me, protected by me, and now you shall be used by me. Amen. As a child of God, He is always by your side in every moment, constantly reminding you to live in faith and in His unfailing love. Follow and turn on notifications so you never miss a word I speak from heaven. Amen.